Hello, hello, good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Are we good? Are we good? Hey, Missy. Hey, thanks for going and checking out Christine's scope. That was only her second scope, so I'm trying to slowly get her some additional followers. Give me just 1 second here. I need to kind of adjust myself here. The light is not perfect, but I was trying a different spot because my computer was plugged into a different spot. Okay, so we're going to give just a second for people to come in. I would love for you to invite your followers. So if you want to click on the little Perry man, you're going to be able to, thank you. You're going to be able to click on him, hit share broadcast, and then share with all followers. That would be wonderful. I'd love to get this room filled with as many people as possible. So thank you, those of you who are sending out all of those invites. Thank you so very much. I'm going to turn down my volume here. Okay, we're going to give just a second for those people to come in. Thank you so much for the hearts. As you get a chance to get on here, if you are hearing things that are touching your heart, hearing things that are just really hitting home for you. If you do a little tap, tap, tap on the screen, it's going to give this beautiful little rainbow of hearts over here. Hey, Christine. So come on in and join. Hey, I see Francine, invited followers. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. Okay, but this would ordinarily be our tips and tricks Tuesday, but I felt like the Lord was kind of laying something else on my heart here a bit, so it's still going to kind of be tips and tricks. Awesome, Christine. I don't know if, did I catch it? I don't know if I did. I'm going to have to go look. Okay, what time did you do it yesterday, Christine? I may have caught that. I'm not sure. I've been trying to catch as many as possible, especially if it has the hashtag no excuses in it. About 8:30 last night, then I should still be able to, I'll be able to catch the replay. Awesome. I'll go check it out. Okay. So here's what has been kind of being laid on my heart today, and I hope that you all can appreciate this. So the first thing that I'd like to ask is, how many of you currently feel like you need to get out of your comfort zone? Put a 1 in the box for me. Put a 1 in the box. Awesome. Good. I was hoping I wasn't the only one. Okay. Now, also, as we have a little bit more people in here, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so if you are joining us live for the very first time today, would you put a 2 in the box so that I can welcome you properly? And actually, if you wouldn't mind, even also putting your first name and who invited you here. If you were invited by somebody, that would be awesome too, because I'd like to give a shout out to whoever invited you as well. So wonderful. Okay, so here's my thing. I listen to, thank you for joining us, Robin, Jamie, wonderful. Renee, oh, love you, Renee. Thank you so much for joining me today. Awesome. Deb, Francine, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Francine, for inviting those followers. I am so excited that you guys are here today, because here's the thing. All day today, it seems like every scope that has been coming up for me to listen to, whether it's said it in the title or not, I've been getting so many scopes today that are about comfort zone. Okay. Now, for those of you who may not know, because I haven't blasted it out in too many places yet, but we are still waiting to find out if my husband has a new job site to go to. He has been off since last Thursday, and it has been kind of odd because while it's been great to have him here at home, it's also very different, and it's not something he's used to. It's not something that I'm used to, although I love him being here. What's frightening to me is that basically every day he's here at home, that's about $150 worth of income that we're losing. So that has been a little stressful, Yet at the same time, it hasn't been too bad because we've been putting our faith in the Lord that he's going to provide what's needed. So we're just going to put our trust there. We're going to put our faith there that he's going to take care of things. But in the meantime, it also may mean us having to get out of our comfort box and our comfort zone even more, okay, than what we ordinarily do by reaching out in places that perhaps we haven't, by reaching out, and trying to do some different things. Thank you so much. Prayers are absolutely appreciated. So we are kind of looking at, the fact that our plan. Now, here's the thing. Y'all ever want to hear the Lord laugh? Just tell him that you have a plan, okay? So, our plan was that we had hoped that within 4 to 5 years that this would be able to be David's full-time job, right alongside with me, okay? Now, the way that David is viewing it is perhaps even though it's not our plan for Premier to be his full-time job just yet, perhaps it is the Lord's. So we're just kind of plugging along and seeing what we can get to happen, seeing what we can do and all that kind of good stuff. And in the meantime, lots of extra things have been getting done around the house, which is great. So I'm not complaining there. But here's the thing. I feel like it's just reminding him and I both, because y'all, he is a pipe fitter by trade. So Premier is not, that's very far opposite end of the spectrum of, what kind of work he does. But the awesome thing is he is very good at Premier. He does do his very own shows when necessary. That's usually only if I am already booked and a hostess absolutely needs that same day and time. Then he goes and does one show with one of our daughters, and I go and do the other show with another one of our daughters. He has his own kit. He has his own setup, his own display, everything. Okay. Yes, Francine, I'm telling you, he's awesome. He's awesome. So, and his retail, he does very well. Okay. So the boy knows what he's doing. So we know that this is something that he could absolutely do. We already know that. Okay. But it's there again, it's going to require us to have to get outside of our comfort zone a little bit. Now, many of you who have been following me, and for those of you who may be new here and you're going, okay, look, I was invited here, and I, yeah, get Wade busy. He can do this. Okay. But here's the thing. I know for those of you who may have been invited here and you're going, I have no idea who this lady is that's talking to me. Okay. Allow me to take a moment to introduce myself, now that I believe everybody who's coming in is going to be in. Okay. So my name is Buffy Hood. I am a true diamond designer with Premier Designs, and my husband David is not only my life partner, he is my business partner as well. And this has been just kind of an amazing journey for both of us. The Periscopes that we do typically on this particular account are for the purpose of helping to reach out to other jewelers who may potentially be in similar situations that could use some advice, some verbiage, could you just tell me how this happened? I also share tips and tricks for different business tips, jewelry versatility, all kinds of different things. Okay. But usually we let the Lord just speak. Okay. So it's kind of whatever he decides is coming through. And y'all, I had a very different scope planned for today. Again. Okay, I had a very different scope planned, and I just keep feeling led to discuss this whole comfort zone because for those of you who you may have seen a photo edit that I had once created. It was something that I had shared. Hey, Christine, it was something that I had shared a quote that I really had just, it was kind of, I opened my mouth and it came out and it was like, oh, yeah. So the quote is, If the desires of your heart, if your dreams and your desires were able to be found within the confines of your comfort zone, wouldn't you already have them? Okay. So obviously, if you do not yet have the dreams and desires that you want to have, it's because you need to get out there and do something different. You need to get out there and do something different than what you've been doing to get something different than what you've got. Okay. And so for me, it was kind of that kind of hit me in the face again today of, okay, our dream and desire is for David to eventually be doing this full time. So if this happens to be the Lord's plan for it to happen now instead of 4 or 5 years from now, we need to do more than what we're doing. Okay. So I'm glad that hit home for you. I'm glad that hit home. Okay. Because I'm telling you, it's been kind of like knocking me over the head today. So even though I did have a very awesome tip for you guys, which I will share next week. Okay. Or maybe I'll pop one later today. Who knows? But anyway, this is something that we need to do. And I know that for those of you there again who have been following me, y'all know about our hashtag no excuses, right? Okay. For those of you who've been following me and you know what the hashtag no excuses is for, put a 1 in the box so that I know how many of y'all are here following that know a little bit about our no excuses. Awesome. 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 Okay. So now, for those of you who I have challenged to do no excuses scopes, okay, for those of you who do not know, let me share real quick what these no excuses scopes are. Okay, so I have challenged my peeps here on Periscope that something that you have been putting off, okay, maybe it's reaching out to previous customers and hostesses. Maybe it's taking care of those customer care calls that you need to do. Maybe it's reworking your home show presentation. Maybe it's just getting some shows on the calendar. Okay, whatever those things are that you've been kind of putting off. Maybe it's sharing the business opportunity because you look and go, you know what? I'm not quite sure that I know enough to be able to sponsor somebody else in. Well, just a quick little hint. That's what the rest of your upline is for, is to help you out when you bring in somebody new. Okay. All right. Maybe another is taking care of your REs, whatever it is that you've been putting off, whether it be because you don't like to do it, because you don't want to do it, because you don't know how to do it. Okay, whatever it is, whatever those items are, okay, I challenge my Periscope peeps all the time. Get out there, do it, and then I want you to Periscope about it. So, yes, for some of you who have been putting off doing Periscopes and doing your own broadcast, this pushes you out of the box as well. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, anything that you've been putting off, I want you to decide to do it. Okay. And I want you to do a hashtag no excuses and then invite me to come check it out. Okay. Because I want to be able to be there to celebrate with you. And I want to be able to be there to cheer you on and say that is so awesome that you went out and did this. Okay. So today is going to be kind of talking about comfort zone, talking about those no excuses. Forgive me, my dryer's buzzing. Okay. Another luxury of having hubby home. He's doing laundry. Okay. So along with all of that, but then we're also going to touch on something else because I think this would be really cool. So you may have noticed that also in my title that there was a hashtag train scope. Okay. And there was also the hashtag no excuses. Okay. Y'all, the only reason I haven't called him out yet is because I hear him on the phone with somebody. So we are praying that perhaps he's on the phone with one of his supervisors. And that was one of my daughters going across to the laundry room to stop the dryer so it stops buzzing for us. Aren't they awesome? They do such a good job taking care of me. Okay, so here's what I thought would be really, really cool. Okay. Many times, the reason why we make up excuses is because we forget about the blessings that can come from doing those things. Can I get an amen? Okay. Let me say that again. Many times we make excuses to do things that we should be doing because we forget about the blessings that could come from that. Okay. Instead, we are focused on what? We're focused on what could go wrong. We're focused on, well, what if when I call this person, she's like, who are you? Or what if I send somebody a message about doing a show and they tell me no? Okay. Can I tell you something? This last week, I sent out several messages to ladies saying, I don't know if y'all have heard what's going on in my family right now, but we're in some desperate need of some shows, and I'm just touching base to see if you might be willing to get a couple girlfriends together and help us out. Of course, you'd be rewarded with free jewelry, and it's simply just to play in my jewelry box for a little bit. No pressure, nothing big, nothing formal. It doesn't have to be anything huge, just something, anything really would help. Do y'all know that I got a bunch of no's? I did. Okay, I got a bunch of no's, but guess what? I'm going to be back on there sending out some more messages today. Okay, because here's the thing, we can't stop doing things just because we don't always get what we want out of it. Just because we don't always get the result that we were hoping doesn't mean we just stop doing it. Okay, because here's the thing, some will, some won't. So what next? Okay, so here's the thing, you have an awesome text guaranteed to get shows. Awesome, girl. Text or send me the verbiage. Okay, send me the verbiage on Facebook. I'd love to see it, see if it's anything different than what I'm currently using. Okay, and here's the thing, some people, see if you believe this, some people even read my message and didn't respond at all. Okay, are you surprised by that? They didn't respond. Okay, that's okay too. It's okay. All right, so the way that I view it, and y'all honestly look, Vanessa, if you will send me the verbiage on Facebook, I will then add it to my Buffy's Toolbox and I'll give you a shout out. Okay, so I'll add it to the Buffy's Toolbox group so that everyone can get it. Okay, so if you're not on my Buffy's Toolbox group, go on Facebook, search for Buffy's Toolbox, and then request to be added. Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, who's next? All right, because here's the thing, there's lots of people out there who would love to get free jewelry. There are lots of people out there who will be more than happy to invite you into their home or whatever location for you to go bless them with some free jewelry and allow you to make an income. Okay, there just are. You just have to go find them. Okay, so here's the other thing that I thought of in terms of, there again, we forget to focus on the blessings. So here's what I thought would be really kind of cool, and it's going to interlock everything that we've just talked about. Okay, it's going to pull everything all together. Are y'all ready for this? I want you to put a 1 in the box if you're ready to hear how this all intertwines and connects and what we're going to do here that's going to be so much different than what we usually do on this day. Okay, awesome. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to do a train scope. Okay, now what that means, or a scope train, that's what I meant, scope train, not train scope, scope train. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I want whoever is willing to go next. Okay, now this will allow you to get in your no excuses if you've been putting off doing Periscopes until you think you're absolutely perfect and then can finally get one and do Periscopes. Okay, so this could help take care of your no excuses. So you're going to do hashtag no excuses, hashtag scope train. Okay, is what you're going to put in your title. Okay, so here's what I want your scope to be about, though. I want you to tell me one time that you had an unexpected blessing come from something that you were initially scared to do. Okay, so something that you were initially scared to do that then you got a blessing out of that. And I want you to share what that experience was. And then once that person goes, okay, then they will then pass it on to somebody else, and they will pass the scope to somebody else, and they will pass the scope to somebody else. Okay, so here's what's really cool about this is, first off, if you would like to be the first person to share a time that you did something outside of your comfort zone and what those blessings were that came from that, if you would like to be the first person, put me in the box, and the very first person that says me is going to be able to be the first person to do this. Okay, so if you've been looking to get pushed out, okay, Christine, you're going to be the first one. So Christine Woods, I want everybody to click on her, view the profile, and then make sure that you are following her. Okay, so Christine, can you put up a couple of emojis so that people can do this? Okay, so just put up an emoji in the box again, or put a 1 in the box, whatever. Okay, and then what we're going to do is when she does that, you're going to click on her name. Okay, so click on her name, hit view profile, and follow. Okay, and once everybody has done that, and we'll give just a minute, Christine, go ahead and put it up there again. All right, if you've done it, go ahead and put done in the comment box. Thank you, Vanessa. As you have done that, put done or following in the comment box. Something that just lets us know that you guys have done it. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay, so what we're going to do, okay, is there anybody who didn't yet get her information? If you need her to put it up there, oh, there she is again. Okay, so if anybody missed it, right there she is again, Christine Woods. Okay. All right, if you didn't yet follow her yet and you need her to do it one more time, put a 1 in the box and then be ready. Okay. Anybody need it one more time? Christine, girl, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Okay. All right. So here's what I want you to do, Christine. You go ahead and pop off. Remember, in the title, you're going to put hashtag no excuses, hashtag scope train, and hashtag blessings. Does everyone got that? Does everyone got that? Everyone got it? Got it? Got it? Okay. So we are going to pop over to hers. And then the next person on her scope that says, what's boo nope? What happened, Vanessa? What's boo nope? I missed something. Oh, you need her again? Okay, put it up there one more time, Christine. Christine, are you still here? Oh. Okay. All right. So here's what you're gonna need to do. You're gonna do hashtag no excuses, hashtag scope train, and hashtag blessings. And now we're all gonna pop off here because she's live. Okay. So everyone go follow her. I'll see you there.